day of jobs.
No, Michelle Obama's speech was insane. In comparison to this, the energy is different.
They willingly went
like, think about the energy. Think about the energy in the room, the crowd.
Just to keep a roof over their families' heads, just to give their children something better. But they knew what was true. They knew what mattered. Things like honesty and integrity, kindness and hard work. They weren't impressed with braggarts or bullies. They didn't.
It could be. It could also be because like the words might ring hollow because like I know what it was like to be to live when he was president. You know what I mean? I know it's a little different. Like Michelle Obama was never president. He was. You know what I mean?
They found pleasure in simple things, a card game with friends, a good meal, and laughter around the kitchen table. Helping others. And most of all, seeing their children do things and go places that they would have never imagined for themselves. Whether you are a Democrat or a Republican or somewhere in between, we have all had people like that in our lives. People like Kamala's parents, who crossed oceans because they believed in the promise of America. People like Tim's parents, who taught him about the importance of service. Good, hard-working people who weren't famous or powerful, but who managed in countless ways to leave this country just a little bit better than they found it. As much as any policy or program, I believe that's what we yearn for. A return to an America where we work together and look out for each other. A restoration of what Lincoln called, on the eve of Civil War, our bonds of affection. An America that taps what he called the better angels of our nature. That is what this election is about. And I believe that's why if we each do our part over the next 77 days, if we knock on doors, if we make phone calls, if we talk to our friends, if we listen to our neighbors, if we work like we've never worked before, if we hold firm to our convictions, we will elect Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States and Tim Walz as the next vice president of the United States. We will elect leaders up and down the ballot who will fight for the hopeful, forward-looking America we all believe in, and together we too will build a country that is more secure and more just, more equal, and more free. So let's get to work. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Remarkable 1-2 punch from former President Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama.
I'm watching on my phone while my mom watches Obama on TV. She literally just said she wished he was president again. We'll vote for Kamala. We might not like him, but people like her are pumped. She's locked in. Yeah, no shit. I don't think you understand. That's why I'm a little sad. Okay? I'm a little sad because this person is endlessly charismatic, has the capacity to captivate millions of people all around the country, and like is not meeting the moment. Like there's just so much he could potentially do with that voice, but he's just too busy fucking hanging out with Jay-Z and shit, you know? All right, he's not even in power. He could literally use I don't know. He could fucking build houses like goddamn Jimmy Carter or some shit. You know what I mean? Like this is his time to do whatever the fuck he genuinely is ideologically interested in and committed to. You know what I mean? But he's not doing that. He's just, I mean, he is doing that. He's just committed to, being a famous guy that everybody likes.
Where Americans, though they may feel divided or feel that they can't agree, that they could still live together in peace and harmony.
Like, I don't think you guys understand. This was a great speech. I don't have an issue with that. And this will pump a lot of people up. But that's the point. It'll pump people up in what direction? Will it get people motivated and committed to do something? Do something that will move the needle. Do something that will actually, I don't know, change the trajectory of American politics. No. It'll pump people up to what? Deregulate housing? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's one of the major aspects, but that's far from the only way to solve this crisis. But it seems like it's the only way that that Democrats and Republicans both will align on solving the housing crisis. Tax cuts are the only way that we can get anything done. Tax credits, right? Tax cuts. And deregulation is the only way that we can get stuff done. It's always like moving the needle in the wrong direction in terms of like big government versus small government. Thoughts on leftists who are staying home in the form of a protest? Man, shut the fuck up, dude. What are these fucking stupid ass bait questions like every goddamn time I'm trying to make a fucking argument? Every time I make a point, there's like, thoughts on leftists who think that America is a violent imperialist nation and they actually want to like kill the president? Like, shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up. Why do you fucking sign on to Twitch with a goddamn gray name with like a 1 month subscriber and just only come in here to like bait me into responding to your dumbass fucking question when I'm in the middle of something else, okay? Jesus Christ. Like, motherfuckers literally spend all fucking day. Like, you take a whole day out of your life and you just sit there just to ask a bait question, have me respond to it, misconstrue it, clip it out of context, and fucking chirp about it later. Okay? Anyway. Oh, they are? Okay, I think we got... Okay, yeah, all right. I gotta pack up. We are getting kicked out. So my final thoughts are: we'll see what happens. I mean, after all this shit, I still don't understand Obama's stance in terms of progressing. It's just nothing. Yeah, I mean, he delivered a phenomenal speech for Kamala Harris. That's what he did. He delivered a phenomenal speech for Kamala Harris. There's not like anything. I mean, he tied it back to some of Kamala's agenda that they've put forward. I mean, if this is what like the Democratic Party's path is forward from this point on, it's not much. You know what I mean? It's not very different. I don't know why I was expecting anything different. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely good enough to move the Democratic Party towards the finish line for sure. But in any case, I'll be back tomorrow, obviously, hopefully from the DNC if they still have me credentialed and will allow me to fucking be in this room again. Or maybe in another room, we'll see. Or maybe from the hotel. I might have some interviews lined up tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Okay. But that is all for tonight. Okay. Love you all. We'll talk more about everything tomorrow. All right. Peace, everybody.